Good morning, dear students. Hope you all are fit and fine. Students, today we are going to start with a new topic New Empires and Kingdom, chapter number 10 of class 6th History. Today we are going to understand the first part of the topic. First of all, we come to know what we are going to learn in this chapter. In this topic, we are going to understand about Prashastis and what they tell us. We will learn about Harshvardhana and the Harsha Charitra. How were the kingdoms administered? Then we are going to understand about the assemblies in southern kingdoms and the life of ordinary people in these kingdoms. First of all, we are going to understand about the meaning of Prashastis. Prashasti is a Sanskrit word. Its meaning is in praise of someone. And Prashastis are a special kind of inscriptions. They were composed by many rulers like Gautami Putra Sri Satkarni. But they are more important from the time of Guptas. So now we are going to understand about the rulers of Gupta period. So first of all, we are going to understand about this Samudragupta. Samudragupta, who was the famous ruler of Gupta dynasty. Now, from where we come to know about Samudragupta? So, from various sources we know about Samudragupta, like from the long inscriptions, even from the inscriptions that was inscribed by Ashoka in the Ashokan pillar at Allahabad, we come to know about Samudragupta. Moreover, it was composed as a kavya composed by Harisena. And who was Harisena? He was a poet and a minister in Samudragupta's court. Now we are going to understand about Samudragupta's Prashastis. In the Prashastis that was composed for Samudragupta mentions Samudragupta as a great warrior. The poet praised the king a lot. He praised him as a warrior, as a king who won the battles. Moreover, the one who was learned and best of all. He is also described as equal to God. Even through Samudragupta's Prashastis, we come to know about the conquest and the kingdoms. His Prashastis tells Samudragupta's policy towards them. Moreover, Harisena also described the four different kinds of rulers, like the rulers of Aryavrata, rulers of Dakshinapantha, inner circles of neighboring state, and the rulers of outlying areas. First of all, we are going to understand about the Aryavrata. So here in the map, the area that is marked blue is all the areas, that is the Aryavrata. Here 9 rulers were defeated, and these all areas were later made the part of Samudragupta's empire. Now the rulers of Dakshinapantha. The rulers of Dakshinapantha here is shown in a map in a black dot. Here 12 rulers were defeated and their kingdoms were later made the part of Samudragupta's. Then the third part is the rulers of our outlying areas. Here the outlying area is marked blue on the map and the outlying areas are composed by the descendants of Kushanas, descendants of Shakas and the rulers of Sri Lanka. They submitted to Samudragupta and offered their daughters in marriage. Now the neighboring states. The inner circle of the neighboring states included marked by pink in map, that is the Assam, coastal Bengal, Nepal and many Gana Sangha in northwest. And the rulers here brought tribute to Samudragupta, followed the orders of Samudragupta and even attended his court. So now dear students, I hope you all have understood about Prashastis and what is Samudragupta's Prashastis. Now we are going to understand about Samudragupta's genealogy. Firstly, we are going to understand about the meaning of genealogy. So what is genealogy? The study of family history, including those whose the ancestors of a person were. And most of the Prashastis also mention the ancestors of the rulers, which comprises his great-grandfather, father, grandfather and mother. Now who were Samudragupta's parents? His mother name is Kumara Devi and she belonged to Lichvi Gana. From the father's side, his father name is Chandragupta and he was the first ruler of the Gupta dynasty and even adopted the title of Maharaja Adhiraja. Even after his father, Samudragupta also used this and adopted this title of Maharaja Adhiraja. Now, who were later Gupta rulers? The family gradually rose to importance from the later rulers like Chandragupta and Samudragupta. Later rulers were Chandragupta II, who was the son of Samudragupta, and from the inscriptions and coins we come to know about Chandragupta II. Moreover, he led an expedition to West India where he defeated the last Shaka ruler. Even the court of Chandragupta II was full of learned people like the Kalidasa, who was a great poet, and Aryabhatta, who was a great astronomer. So I hope, dear students, you all have understood part 1 of the video explanation of this topic. Thank you.